watching Kenosha Community Television.
Well, pay Jason for me.
Either he wants to say something or eat something, one of the two.
Take the opportunity to put up musical interest.
Acting, dancing, and now singing a Grammy winner.
Those movies, and particularly Night Shift, and Gung Ho.
Really? Never knew that. Okay, it's that time of the year again. We are here at Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm, and I am with your name?
Amy Smith.
Amy, for those who haven't been to Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm, what is it?
Jerry Smith's is a family farm that has been around for 40 plus years. We have lots of pumpkins, food, entertainment, hay rides, pony rides on Sunday and Saturday and Sunday is a camel ride, bounce pillow, face painting, lots of great treats.
So how did this all get started?
My father-in-law and mother-in-law started it 40 plus years ago, and it started in their backyard, and we've grown the business since then.
That's great. I mean, once you come in, you get a pumpkin, but it's really a family-friendly event, really.
Absolutely. Families can go. It's great for the whole family to be out here.
Yeah, great for picture taking, too.
Absolutely. There's lots of places to take pictures. There's bubble machines down this path. There's animals, a petting zoo. You really can have a great time.
Let's talk about those exhibits, too, with the displays of different types of anime, Wizard of Oz, things like that. Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. It's myself, my sister-in-law, and a couple kids. We paint all the faces on the pumpkins that my mother-in-law started several years ago, and we've just continued her legacy. People come from all over, and we've really grown it this year. There's tons and tons of new people that have come and have now started a family tradition with their children.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just when you especially let's hear about when you guys are open, because when you come in, I mean, you really packed on the weekends.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's quite a blessing. We open 7 days a week. The country store opens at 8, and we're open till 8 at night. But really, during the week, it's for paid field trips. There's quite a few schools that come and take part of our field trip program. And then that's from 8 to noon. And then from noon until 8 p.m., we have lots of stuff going on. The attractions Monday through Friday run 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. because kids are in school and they help us out quite a bit.
Well, let's see, you can buy a pumpkin, apple cider, anything else?
Yeah, we have our fresh baked cookies. This year we did fresh baked apple cider donuts and pumpkin donuts. Those are a hit. We have an incredible 9-inch brat that people seem to just love. Our chili. There's lots of great treats out here.
And for those who want to come here, the location?
Highway E, if you exit I-94, exit Highway E, there's signs. If you exit from the south, 142, and we also have signs all along the way.
Okay. Well, come on out to Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm. It's just a great family-friendly event. And Amy, thanks so much for telling us today.
Thank you.
Okay, here we are at Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm, and really a popular attraction is the face painting. And I am with your name?
Shelby.
Anna.
All right, so you guys are face painters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you guys get started into that?
It was my freshman year of high school. I'm friends with Lauren Smith, the owner's daughter, and she's kind of got me started with it and been here ever since.
Yeah, I started my freshman year in high school, and Amy was just like, oh, we need face painters. And I was like, all right, I'll try it.
So what's involved in face painting here? You got to get what do you use?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of paint, powder that goes with it. Kids can choose anything off the board. Yeah, there's a lot. We go through a lot of paint, that's for sure.
Oh, what do the kids usually like to be painted as?
Oh, Frozen's a big one this year.
That was a big one. The guys kind of like the zombies this year too.
Yeah, zombies, Ninja Turtle.
How long?
Pretty popular.
How long does it take you to make up on
I'd say no longer than 5 minutes tops.
Yeah. Especially when the line gets pretty long, you gotta crank them out pretty fast. But definitely quality over quantity, though. So take our time with it.
It gets obviously pretty busy. About how many kids do you think you do a day or an hour?
A day?
A lot.
I lose track. I'll try to keep track, but it's impossible. Yeah, it's a lot of kids.
Well, it's so popular. Why is it so popular?
I think just the idea of having something on your face, like being a whole nother character, I think that's what kids really are drawn to. and that's what they really enjoy about it.
I think kids just like getting to be someone they look up to. Like, oh, I could be a Ninja Turtle like on TV, and they get excited about it.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Well, you both do an excellent job here face painting at Jerry Smith. So come on down to Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm. And ladies, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Hey, here we are at Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm. And one of the main attractions here is the hay rides. And I'm with your name?
My name's Russ.
Russ, let's hear about the hay ride for that kids and families want to go on.
We offer an awesome hay ride. It basically takes us around the course, shows us all the attractions of the Jerry Smith Pumpkin Farm.
Good. How about how many kids or adults can you fit on that?
I'm thinking we could probably do about 20.
Oh, wow. Okay. And this is pretty active all day, correct?
It does. It goes all day. Basically starts at approximately 9 o'clock in the morning, and we end at about 7 to 8 o'clock at night.
Okay. Kids and families must have a lot of fun on this.
Absolutely. It's an all-day deal. There's so much stuff out here to offer, and it's a great ride.
Yeah. About how long is the ride, would you say?
The ride takes approximately 10 minutes.
Okay. And again, it's just great and then you also see the cornfields and the pumpkin patches across the way.
Absolutely. There's so many attractions to see.
Okay, here we are at Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm, and I am with your name?
Steve.
Steve, one expanded area here is we got a petting zoo and a pony ride. Let's hear what you have in this area of the pumpkin farm.
Yeah, this is kind of the back area of the pumpkin farm. We've got camel rides going today. We've got a playground. We've got swings, another playground, and this big tent behind me is the petting zoo.
Where did these animals come from? Any another farm? Or?
Yeah, the camel rides are provided by Jodan Farms, and the pony rides and petting zoo come from Fantasy Corral, both Wisconsin companies.
So this must be a popular event for the kids.
Yeah, this is kind of the family area, you know. I mean, you get mom, dad, and the kids involved, so it's pretty cool.
Right. How many ponies do we have here?
We've got 6 ponies doing rides. Today there's 2 camels, which is an added bonus. Usually there's 1 running rides. And the petting zoo tent's got around 45 animals inside.
And what kind of animals are in the petting zoo?
They range. Some of them are wild animals like antelope, camels. We've got prairie dogs in there. Some of them are domestic sheep, goats, pigs. So it's a plethora of animals in there.
Wow, very nice. Well, again, a popular area here at the Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm. So come on out to Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm, get a pony ride, camel ride, or see the petting zoo. And thanks so much for talking with us today.
Yeah, thank you.
This could be a bicycle. Or a bat. This could be a robot. Or an airplane. This could be a playground. This could be a book bag.
Or a soccer ball.
This could be a book. This could be beautiful. This cannot be trash. This can all be recycled. Learn more at thiscouldbe.org.
Okay, welcome back. And in the studio tonight, we have our special guest for our Halloween show, the one, the only, Dr. Destruction.
Hey, thank you. Great to be here as always. It's a Halloween tradition.
Absolutely.
And there are many.
There is. Thank you so much for coming. We just came back from Jerry Smith. Great pumpkin farm, great activities. And you also are a staple in that event as well, doing the Poe's Labyrinth. Let's hear about Poe's Labyrinth.
Well, it's just a good throwback to an old-time Halloween kind of experience. A little bit of you got to have a little bit of the modern thing for the big bang at the end of the song, but try to keep it, like an old-style Halloween haunted house.
How did you get involved with Jerry Smith back in the day?
I was looking for a job.
Okay, and it probably just started as a corn maze and grew from there, right?
Well, they had a bus that they called the haunted bus, and they needed someone to run it, and nobody was dedicated enough or had the spirit to do it, and I suppose that's what it is with something like that. There's a lot of people who are in the Halloween business, and they're very successful in the Halloween business, but their heart was really never in it. They just saw the business aspect of it, and so that's what happened with the bus, is they found somebody that really their heart was in it.
Seems like that Halloween isn't just on Halloween night. It seems like for the month of October, there's stuff
Oh
going
yeah,
on
but for
and
for everybody out there, the month of October is really a big deal. Since the advent of social media, it's much more visible now, and people are definitely celebrating. And I certainly feel the same way, that the month of October is definitely the whole month is Halloween. People ask me in September, and they'll be like, "Oh, I suppose you're getting ready." That's year long getting ready. I mean, I'm always looking for props and stuff, and you know, I'm working on stuff all summer getting ready for it. I mean, I only manage with a skeleton crew, pun intended.
What's one of your favorite memorable Halloween moments throughout the years? Have you got any stories you can share?
Oh, well, I think my cousin Kent, dressed as a capsule head, getting apples thrown at him in my mom's front yard by kids on Halloween would definitely go down as one of the most memorable. Probably the most memorable, though, was the first appearance of my band, Die Monster Die, the Amy Adrian, Mike Teagarden lineup at the Roosevelt Theater in 1984. With we opened up for the movie Karate Kid. Lou Regani set the gig up, and well, that set the stage for where we are now.
Oh, I tell you, I wish I was back there going to that performance. Let's talk about Dr. Destruction, Crimson's Theater. Maybe those who haven't seen it, let's hear about it. How did the show get started, and what's it all about?
Oh, well, I guess I always wanted to do a horror host show. Back in the early 90s, there was different people in charge of Channel 14, and they didn't really want a horror host show, I guess. And then I started watching this. I noticed this Ralph Pirro with his creature feature was going on, so I tried to contact him. He kind of blew me off, but in the end, we ended up teaming up since 2002. 2002, I think. No, we started in 2001. I don't know, but anyway, Ralph and myself. Hey, it rhymed. We kept it going now, 15 years, showing good movies, bad movies, and trying to bring something to those. Different insights into the films maybe other people have missed, or something that I personally caught on to.
People have come on your show. It's not just showing horror movies. Well, you've highlighted the Shalom Center. You've had politicians on the program.
Oh, right.
That's like another added feature to the show.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be one of those traditional, goofy, cheeseball, rubber chicken. They've come on my show a few times. Kind of show. I want to be able to talk straight up with politicians, and I've had them on and had very serious conversations.
If you had a favorite horror movie that you want to play, you had to only pick one, what would it be?
Well, that's kind of interesting, because as much as I've dissed Legendary Pictures for their horrible Godzilla movie that came out in 2014, they have found redemption in a movie that I missed a couple years back called Trick or Treat. And it's awesome, anthology sort of movie, and they've redeemed themselves. Probably not, the director's not the same, obviously, because it couldn't be possible, but right now that's my favorite movie in the whole world.
Yeah. Speaking, I remember you doing like a Godzilla talk at the museum. Any update on any new Godzilla movies that are maybe coming?
Godzilla 2016 is being shot as we speak in Japan. And they said that it'll be a good combination of computer graphics and suitmation, which I think it's important to have the guy in the suit. I think there's something we connect about. We subconsciously, maybe we don't get it at first, but it's that there's a guy in the suit. Okay, so we're relating to it on a human level. I'm not a fan of CGI, although it does work really well for fire and smoke. And so what they do, the latest, like Gamera 3 that came out in '99, had a good mix of both. And I had heard that the same director, not the director, but the special effects coordinator is working on this new Godzilla, which they promised to be the most frightening of all. The 2014 version just missed the boat, because the original Godzilla was really a protest film, or a reaction from the Hiroshima bombing. And I don't think Americans should be making Godzilla movies, period. I think that's something that belongs in the Japanese mythology. And, and it really evolved out of World War II and us bombing Japan. And, let's not forget Pearl Harbor. I don't mean it like that, but it's something unique to them. And I think that American movie producers just should leave that alone.
We talked about haunted houses. Have you ever, aside from the haunted bus, have you ever put on a haunted house or been involved in anything, or recommend going out to a haunted house?
Well, I was, I did a little bit. I was at Farmer Brown's for helped them out a little bit, or Kemper Center back in the early days. Kemper Center is always a great one to go to, just because of the building, and the Teen Task Force are just a great group that put that on. And I'm sorry, I have to miss it. Every year I have to miss the Kemper thing because I'm too busy with my own haunted house, which makes you miss all the other ones. But if I could get away, I would go to Kemper.
Let's talk about trick-or-treating. It is still on the books, Saturday, October 31st, I believe 4 to 8.
Yeah, that's kind of, I'm glad they said it right, but that business of during the day on a Sunday started about 87. I can't even remember who was mayor then.
Well, what do you now? Are you at the Pumpkin Farm on the 31st of Halloween?
No, I won't be there on the 31st. That's it. The 31st. See, now those of us that are somewhat in the business of Halloween, or I do the sort of year round anyway for me. The fact of the matter is the closer it gets to Halloween, Halloween belongs to the people. It's the people's holiday. So, we don't get a lot of business. The trick-or-treat is now on the day, so you're not going to get that. It's all about trick-or-treating. The adults about putting on their costumes. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the people. It's Halloween. That's something that really, I know it's been capitalized on a lot, especially recently. But that's kind of the sad aspect of it, because it really is something very special, something nobody can put a date on, nobody can put a timing on. In the old days, the farmers told me, they said that trick-or-treating began 2 to 3 days before Halloween and lasted a couple days after, that they would go and look for treats. So there was no scheduled, some council somewhere decides they have power over Halloween. Bogus, you don't.
And then, I believe your band, Die Monster Die, is playing.
Die Monster Die has a reunion show at the Port of Kenosha Beverage House. Don't ask me how that happened, but otherwise it's Deplorably Adorable is the new band, yeah.
Okay.
And I have time to concentrate on that in November.
And any upcoming movies we can see on your Dr. Destruction Crimson Theater?
On Crimson Theater? The Halloween show will be the Addams Family Reunion Halloween show.
Oh, okay, great.
So how cool is that? On Halloween, on the 31st. And that's the plan. And I think we're shooting on the 30th in the morning. So anybody out there wants to be a guest on the show for this short movie, that means we've got a lot of time to fill.
All right.
Yeah, the market quality, Crimson Theater.
Well, once again, it's always a pleasure to have Dr. Destruction, and again, everyone have a happy Halloween. Let's give a big round of applause to the one and only Dr. Destruction. And we'll be right back.
As a parent, I know one of the most important times to be with your children is when they aren't feeling well. For many families, there's a place they can go to find the support they need.
Ronald McDonald House Charities programs provide that supportive environment so families can be together while their children are dealing with serious illnesses.
You can volunteer your time at a local Ronald McDonald House or drop your change in an RMHC canister.
Today is a great day for all of us to show our support.
To find out how you can get involved in your community, visit rmhc.org.
Okay, here we are at the Kemper Center Haunted House again every year for the great Halloween season, and I am with your name.
Christina.
Christina, nice to see you again. Let's hear about what's going on today.
Well, we're getting set up for another wonderful year for the Kemper Center Haunted House. This year, the youth that set up the haunted house have decided on a Kemper Center asylum. So you'll see nurses, lots of people in scrubs, nice gory makeup, try to really bring out the scare in people. We have our typical 8 rooms with different scares in each room, and then the wonderful maze that the Kemper Center maintenance staff put together for us and have people get lost up in the attic of the building, which is pretty cool.
So it's kind of nice. You make a variety every year, so the kids have get together and say, okay, we're going to do a different theme.
Yep, we start planning in August, and the kids will pick whatever theme they want it to be this year, and then we'll think about what each room, what the scare is going to be, what the characters are going to be, really based on what the kids want. It's their creative kind of genius that comes together with a little bit of staff assistance to know how far we can push it and how far we can't push it, kind of a thing. But it really is the youth that are involved in the Teen Task Force that develop what it's going to be every year.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Teen Task Force. For those who don't know what the Teen Task Force is, what is it?
Teen Task Force is it's from the Concerned Citizens Coalition, and they every year fund the Teen Task Force, which is to help teenagers ages 13 to 19 reduce teen pregnancy and then do drug and alcohol prevention with different community activities. They do community service projects. Every month they pick a different community service project. There's one coming up again. Kemper Center is our biggest, what we do for them with the Haunted House. It's a very good fundraiser for them. But then we do, in collaboration with the Kenosha County Division of Children and Family Services and the Boys and Girls Club, do a food drive in November, December to feed 100 needy families. And the Teen Task Force kids help with that. We also do Earth Day cleanup. We march in the 4th of July parade. Lots of good activities to keep the kids involved in something and not left to their own devices.
Right. Are they from the local junior high, middle school, high school?
Yeah, we recruit with usually school counselors and deans and say, we're a group for low at-risk kids to, keep them busy, keep them occupied, give them some good community service work. There's the new requirement for high school students to have those 10 hours of community service. And if they want that added degree with their diploma, they can do 100 hours. They usually get between 40 and 50 just with one haunted house. And that's a huge commitment that the youth make to the haunted house, is that they usually are here between 40 and 50 hours for its entirety.
I remember last year the kids are having a lot of fun doing this community service.
Oh, yeah. We try to keep the projects interesting, try to make sure that they have some say in what we're doing. We can't just tell them, hey, we're going to go do this. Then they're not interested in it. They don't feel like they're part of it or involved in it. So we really try to make them really come up with the ideas so that they're invested in what we're doing. That's why they help build the house and figure out what our scares are going to be and that kind of thing. And quite honestly, it's fun to scare people, and jump out from behind a door, and that's a good time. So.
And there's a lot of creativity that brings out too.
Oh yeah. As I said, the kids come up with each one of the rooms. They come up with all of the characters, the props, what props they're going to need. They do each other's makeup. I mean, they really put a lot of time and effort into it, so it's really nice to see.
And then the hours, there's kind of like in previous years, there's a non-scary and a scary. Let's hear all about that.
Friday nights, we're open from 7 to 11. All scary. Saturday nights from 6 to 7, we do what we call a kiddie hour, where all of the lights are on. There's not a lot of blood and gore for the little ones to be able to come in. They go through the maze with all the lights on, and then they come down and we pass out candy at the end so that it's, kind of like they're trick-or-treating through our house. So all of the kids stand in their doors and they kind of wave and say Happy Halloween and that kind of thing to the kids, so that's nice. And then from 7 to 11, it's an actual haunted house. Right. So,
which is beautiful because it's at the Kemper Center, which has that haunted house plus that historic aspect.
Oh yeah.
If anybody want more information about the Teen Task Force, is there a Facebook page or a website?
There is a Facebook page, Teen Task Force, and then they can always contact any one of the advisors. Or our meetings are typically Monday nights from 5:30 to 7:30 here at Kemper in the Faulkner building, which is the little classroom in the back parking lot on the lake side of the building. They can always just show up and willing to talk to parents and all that good stuff.
And then the hours, once again, for coming down to get a good haunted house scare at the Teen Task Kemper Center?
Friday and Saturday nights from 7 to 11, and kiddie hour from 6 to 7 on Saturday nights.
And will you make it Saturday on Halloween as well? Will you be?
Yes, we will be here, and we're actually going to be passing out coupons in the lakefront neighborhood for people who are trick-or-treating, in case when they're done trick-or-treating they want to come over for the haunted house. We're going to be passing out coupons to try to get more people in, so it should be a great night.
All right. Okay, here we are again at the Kemper Center Haunted House, and I'm with your name?
Christian.
Christian, is this your first year doing the haunted house?
First, yeah.
Okay, how'd you get involved in it?
A friend told me about it and decided to come. It's fun.
Do you do your own makeup, or do they do it?
They do it. My friends do it.
Okay. And then do you come up with your own character, or how does that work?
We can combine our ideas together, and then we go from there, just creating our own rooms.
Okay. How long have you been involved in the teen task?
Like half the summer, and then now. So
How do you like it so far?
I love it. It's awesome.
What school do you go to?
Ruther over there.
Okay, here we are at the Kemper Haunted House this year, and talking to some of the ghoulies here. And your name?
Alex.
Kara.
Okay, and great costumes, makeup. You got. How long does it take for the makeup to be put on?
I think it takes around 15 minutes. Hers took a little longer.
Okay. Do you guys come up with the characters as well?
Mostly depends on what room you're in. You know, I'm doing the upstairs in the maze, so I'm not really that much a part of like all the other rooms downstairs when it comes to like themes and things like that. I just get makeup and yeah.
Okay. Are you having a lot of fun on this?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's my first year. So.
Okay, great. And let's hear about the characters. Who are you supposed to be?
I'm supposed to be a guy with a cut on his face.
I was gonna say that, but.
Well, pretty much I just told her to do whatever she thought was cool, since the maze doesn't have a theme. So.
Okay.
She's more like a nurse. Yeah, she's a nurse.
But the overall theme of is
an asylum. Yeah.
Okay. And then as far as what schools do you go to?
I go to Kemper High School.
Okay.
Tremper.
All right. Are you having fun on the teen task force here?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. You know, it gives us something to do. Yeah.
Yeah, he showed me it. I like it so far.
Okay, here we are at the Kemper Haunted House, sponsored by the Teen Task Force, and I'm with your name.
My name is Jamie.
Jamie, nice to see you today. I like your outfit here, very colorful, but as well as spooky. Let's hear, what are you supposed to be?
I'm actually in the cannibal room, and what is wrong with my face is a cannibal ripped a chunk out of my cheek.
About how many players are in that room? Or
There's around 3 to 4 people inside the cannibal room.
overall, any idea how many people are involved in that?
There's about 60 people, maybe 70 people involved.
Right. And did it take long to get your makeup done and the whole outfit?
Actually, I did my makeup myself because I've been doing makeup here for about 3 years, and it took me about an hour to do all of this. But if you're trying to be quick, it can take around 30 minutes.
Very nice. And then, is this so this isn't the first year you've been with Haunted House?
No, I've been working here for 6 years.
Really? Okay, it must be a lot of fun then.
Yeah, I really like doing it.
Right. And what do you like about the Teen Task Force?
I like that it's something that I can do to occupy my time, because a lot of times I'll get bored and I don't really know what to do, and it's really convenient that they have this for us to do, because sometimes you don't really have much to do, but you can come here and you can have a good time with your friends and make new relationships with other people that you don't know. So it's pretty great.
And then as far as what school do you go to?
I go to Ruther.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you helping out on the Kemper Haunted House. It's going to be a great time this month, especially right up until Halloween. So come on down to the Kemper Haunted House, and thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.